Hello everybody, here we are with Dave Orton, the CEO of ATI at Computex. Hi Dave.
Thank you, welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's fantastic. Computex is a great show, except we're always used to the stickiness, and so when you show up in a shirt and tie, it's always a little tough.
Yeah, that's why we're not wearing the whole suits. So we've prepared a couple of questions for you, and the first one would be, what would you say was the most important technology advance over the last, let's say, 10 years?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think about that from a couple perspectives, but as a user, I'd probably say the digital camera. Both as a user of digital cameras and then us being in the cell phone business, with cell phones obviously producing a large percentage of the DCS cameras in the world today, I think that's probably one of the most significant advances in our industry.
Okay, good. Was there any particular technology advance or technology that had a direct influence on your work or life other than digital cameras?
Yeah, and our PC industry obviously does every day. But I think when I think about the home side of it, every time I see an HD TV, I walk by that television and I just go, oh, look at the image, look at the quality of that. I grab my kids as I walk by the TV and I shake them. I say, do you realize what you see here in this 45-inch LCD TV when you see a true HD on there? So the quality of the imagery just is fantastic.
Yeah, it's a whole new experience.
It is.
And obviously you can see a lot of those HDTV and visual, let's say, influence experience here at Computex. How do you compare Computex to other trade shows?
I think Computex really has a focus of the PC market, and it's the last major PC show of the year, and it sets us up all for the back half of the calendar year. So Computex is ideally situated for, particularly this year, we're counting on a very big back half of 2006, and so it's both from a timing standpoint and with the technologies for the fall. And I think from a focus for the show, it's critical. And no other better place for the PC industry than Taipei.
Right. Absolutely, since this is the component center of the world, I would say so. If you had the possibility to change something in this business, in this industry, what would that be?
You know, it's interesting. There's, I've only been in the PC market maybe 6-7 years, but I've been in the graphics business for way too many, over 20 years. And I think watching it, I'd probably say, if there's a way we can take the PC business and still leverage the standards, but open it up in a way to provide a new range of innovation. Innovation from a design standpoint, hardware design, software design. An example of that is I look at the Xbox 360, where we kind of opened up the opportunity, clean sheet of paper design, and we created something very unique in the Xbox 360. And I think those opportunities exist in the PC market. Okay.
Can you think of any technology, any advance that is going to change the computer industry drastically or dramatically over the next couple of years?
Well, we're seeing a few things, I think. I go back in the graphics side and DirectX 9 and this idea of floating point pixel shaders, and then really created a new evolution, a new direction for the graphics side of the PC market. And we'll talk about that, I think, in a few minutes. The concept of multiple processing engines, whether it's dual core or quad core that you see on the processor side, crossfire solutions with multiple graphics processors in the system is, I think, something that is there. And then we're right in front of Vista, which now all of a sudden we're going to interact with the PC completely differently, I think, as in terms of a 3D environment. So I look at that, and then right behind all that, I think about wireless and the idea that I'm going to be connected anywhere, whether it's my notebook or my cell phone, and the opportunities with that technology, I think, are unbounded.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, talking about 3D, ATI obviously has also not been sleeping, and in the background is running a little demo. Can you talk a little bit about what we're seeing here?
Yeah, we actually are demonstrating here a physics demo where we have a crossfire solution. This is a Conroe-based crossfire solution. Two 1900 XTXs running, and then we have a third graphics card in there. Again, in this case, it's a 1900 XTX, and you can see in the stack a third solution there. And that actually is running the physics for this. So it's an extremely cost-efficient, high-performance floating point processing engine that provides real-time physics to provide basically the information to now do the graphics rendering. So it's not just a graphics component, but it's actually true the physical properties, the physical elements of this. In this case, looks almost like a tornado, and you get the effect of what's going on with the vortex, and then the flow of the material.
seeing here is just a fairly simple physics demo. A couple of the interesting things to note are that we've got complex shaped objects in this scene, and so the modeling the collisions of complex objects is much more difficult than modeling the collisions between spherical objects. And then it's just showing, it's just a quick run through of that demo, so we can move the attractor around. It's like a force simulation, if you like. So this is a vortex. We can switch it to just an attractor, and we can move him around like that. And again, you see all these objects are moving very realistically.
You're doing that with the keyboard right now?
Yes, sorry, I'm moving it through with the keyboard. And then you can even do it, repel all the objects, push them away.
You see it's not a canned demonstration at all. It's very real time.
Yeah, it's all running in real time, yes.
Looks very natural.
Yeah, and so to Dave's earlier point, here we've got two cards doing the graphics and one doing the physics, but we can do it with just one card doing the graphics and one doing the physics as well, and we can do it with an X1600 doing the physics rather than X9. Anything X1600 and up, in fact, we can run physics on.
Okay. How will be the performance difference with the physics between an X1600 and, let's say, the 1900 series?
So intuitively 4 times, but I don't actually have some numbers on that.
Okay, it's early to talk about that.
Yeah, but even with an X1600, you'll see very high physics performance, higher than dedicated physics cards that are out there at the moment.
So all you need here is an additional ATI X1000 series graphics card to power physics?
That's correct, and then we have an API that we're providing. We're actually going to be providing a broad beta solution with this as well, a software development environment. We have partners we're working with as well, and so all that we're coming to market here with Computex to show what's possible with physics and ATI.
Okay, great. Thanks very much, Dave, for that introduction.